way that I am so excited to start this video because it includes my two favorite things, Taylor Swift and books. So today's a very exciting video. As you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about Taylor Swift songs as books, my book recommendations for Taylor Swift songs, pretty much any Taylor Swift song that you can think of. I don't know how many I have, I just know that there's a lot of them that I wrote down. I have a lot of physical books and a lot of Kindle reads. We're going to be talking about a lot of books today. I'm very excited, so let's just go ahead and get started with it. I have my entire list on my phone. So the first book that I have is Wrecked by Lauren Asher, and the song to go with this one is Forever Winter. So on my way to work, this is like where this entire video idea came from. I was listening to this song and I was like, this reminds me so much of Wrecked by Lauren Asher, and that's where this entire video came from. But the reason why is because in Forever Winter, like, it just kind of reminds me of everything that the main guy character went through in the book Wrecked. So if you don't know, Wrecked is a part of the Dirty Air series by Lauren Asher, which is a F1 racing kind of series. It's super easy to read, easy to get through. To me, this entire series is like a 4-star series. It was really good and it's super easy to go through, and I really loved Wrecked. Wrecked was my favorite book out of all of them. The line where it's like, all this time I didn't know you were breaking, I'd fall to pieces on the floor if you weren't around. Too young to know it gets better, I'll be summer sun for you forever, forever winter if you go. That line just reminded me of the book so much because the main guy character, he struggles with like anxiety, and just this song just connected on a different level. Like, it's so good. So that is the first song. The next song by Taylor Swift is Haunted, and the book that I have for that is Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. I've been reading this entire series for like a week now. I'm on the 3rd book, and Aaron Warner, Juliet, just, he's everywhere. He's like haunting her, he's always there, and I don't know, just that song reminded me so much of kind of the first 2 books of their like dynamic, is that like he's always there, he's like, he's been there for forever, and I don't know, they just go together so nice, you know what I mean? Like, if you just go to listen to it, that's the vibes of Shatter Me for Aaron Warner and Juliet. The third one that I have is Throttled and Collided by Lauren Asher. These 2 books. For the song I Knew You Were Trouble, these are the first 2 books of the Dirty Air series. The 2 boys from Throttled and Collided, they are kind of like the bad boys. Like, the girl knows that they are so much trouble. In Throttled, it is a my brother's enemy kind of thing, dynamic, trope, whatever. And then in Collided, it is friends to lovers. But these boys are like the bad boys, and these girls are like, I should not get in it with you because you are trouble. Enough said. Moving on. I think this is my favorite one that I came up with, not even gonna lie, but that is An Offer from a Gentleman with the song Enchanted. It reminds me so much of what happens in this book. So Offer from a Gentleman is basically a Cinderella retelling, and so she goes to the masquerade and then she meets Benedict, and a few years later they end up meeting again, but he doesn't know that it was her. It was just so cute, and then just enchanted because Benedict has literally been hung up on this girl for like a couple years. It was just so enchanting to meet you. I love Benedict. He's my favorite. Anyway, so the next one I have is Twisted Lies by Anna Huang to go with the song Style. Twisted Lies is the last book of the Twisted series by Anna Huang, and in this book you meet Stella Alonso and Christian Harper. Stella Alonso is a kind of influencer on social media, and she is a fashion blogger, and then Christian Harper owns like a security kind of team company and a bunch of like other stuff he does in this book. Like, they're iconic. I don't want to give away the trope that's in here that like really reminds me of it so much, but it's just beautiful. The line, you got that James Dean daydream look in your eye, and I got that red lip classic thing that you like, and when we go crashing down we come back every time because we never go out of style. Those lines just remind me so much of this book. Like, as soon as I heard it, I was like, Twisted Lies, absolutely. They're gorgeous, they're beautiful, they have style, and they go crashing down a couple times, they always come back out. Like, this right here, this was probably like one of my favorite reads of this year, so I had to choose an iconic song for an iconic book, you know what I mean? So the next book that I have is Twisted Games by Anna Huang, and then the next song is Wildest Dreams, because in this book it is forced proximity. It's a bodyguard romance, and they are not supposed to be together, so in their wildest dreams they are together. This entire book, oh my gosh, it was so good. Specifically the line, say you'll remember me standing in a nice dress staring at the sunset, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. Twisted Games, seriously, was just so good. And then the song just fits so perfectly with this book because they're not supposed to be together, so like in their wildest dreams they are. I love it. So I have 2 books to go with the next song, and the books are The Predator by Brunix and A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy, and the song is Dress. I love this song. This is probably one of my favorite songs of the entire world. Specifically the lines, "Our secret moments in your crowded room, they got no idea about me and you," and "There's a mark on me, a golden tattoo." This song for these 2 books just fits so perfectly because in The Predator, it's a very good enemies to lovers. I freaking love this book so much. I reread it last month, so pretty recently. Perfect enemies to lovers. They have to work together. They're not supposed to be together because they're like, oh my gosh, like our families hate each other. There's just some scenes in here where it's like in a crowded room, I meet your eye and everything just fades, and I just love that in this book. So in A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, you have Ren and crew, and it is a bad boy good girl trope, which I freaking loved, and they're at like a boarding school, and nobody would expect that this good girl is with this bad boy, and it's like they got no idea about me and you, like nobody has a clue about us, and I just love that so much. Kind of like rapid firing this because I have so many books I want to talk about, but I actually have 2 books for this next song. One of them is a physical book and one of them is not. So this next song, which is This Love by Taylor Swift, I have 2 books. First one is A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner, and then the second one is Say You Swear. I love these 2 books so much, and these 2 books go with this song so well because in A Love Letter to Whiskey you have Jamie and B, and they are kind of like best friends. First Jamie starts dating B's best friend, and then they realize, oh my gosh, I kind of like you, but like you're dating my best friend, like we can't be together, and then there's always something keeping them apart, but they just come back in the end so strong. And this is like my favorite book of this year. I love it so much. It just fits so well for this book specifically because it's like this love is good, this love is bad, this love is alive, back from the dead. Chorus just fits so well for this book. And then for Say You Swear, specifically the lines, "I'm losing grip on sinking ships, you showed up just in time. This love left a permanent mark, this love is glowing in the dark." Because if you don't know, Say You Swear is kind of like a love triangle, but such a good love triangle because it's like a brother's best friend plus like another friend that she met and became best friends with that's like kind of in the friend group that they have. It's a very close-knit, found family kind of friend group, and it's so freaking beautiful, and I love it so much. I cried during this book because it was so good. It's so heartbreaking, but it's so beautiful. That's kind of why I associated the song with it, because the song is also so beautiful and so heartbreaking at the same exact time. They just went together so well. So we have the book Addicted to You by Kristen and Becca Ritchie. This is the first book of the entire Addicted Calloway Sisters series, which I have right here. I'm just missing 3 of them, so I have 7 of them. It's crazy. Oh my gosh, I love this series. Anyway, but the song that I chose for this is This Is Me Trying. If you don't know what this book is about, if you have not heard of it yet, which if you've been on BookTube, Book Talk, Book Instagram, whatever, you've probably seen it everywhere. So this book is about Lily and Lo. Lily is a sex addict and Lo is a alcoholic, and they are in a fake relationship, and they decide that they need to get better. So this is me trying. This is me trying to get better. This is me trying to help you, help me. Addicted to You. It just fits so perfectly. I love this book. I love this song, and I just thought that they went so well together. It's so beautiful. So the next book that I have is another Kindle read. It is If He Had Been With Me, and the song that I chose for this is The One. The reason I chose this song was because to me, in the book, the main 2 characters, they are best friends, but during their high school years, they were very much separated from each other, not because of anything that like the other one did or for some like big reason. It was just because they became 2 different people and they kind of drifted away. And in the song, she's like, I would have chosen you if I could. Like, I persisted and resisted the temptation to ask you if there had been one thing differently, would everything be different today? We were something, don't you think so? If it could have been me, in my defense, I had none for digging up at the grave another time, but it would have been fun if you would have been the one. And this book is just so heartbreaking. It was like, it would have been you in the end, but something happened. It was just so good, and these 2 just fit so well with one another. So I have a lot of recommendations still. I think I will be doing a part 2 to this video, but I'm just gonna do 3 more and then save the rest for like maybe another time. So let's get on to the last 3 that I'm gonna end up doing. But the next one I have is Heartbones by Colleen Hoover, and the song that I chose for this is Cruel Summer. This is probably like a close close second of my favorite Colleen Hoover reads. The vibes in here are just so good, and just the cover, the story, it's beautiful, every little thing about it. If you don't know, this book is about Bea and Samson. Bea, some tragic thing happens to her mother, and she ends up moving in with her father to this like beach town in Texas for the summer, and that's where she meets Samson, but something is very off with Samson. They still like really grow close together, and they like fall in love and all this kind of stuff, but they don't realize that they're about to be like ripped apart for this big plot twist kind of reason, which is so good. I love the writing of this book. It was so amazing. And so you could obviously kind of tell why I chose Cruel Summer to go with this book. Specifically the lines, "I don't want to keep secrets just to keep you, and I snuck in through the garden gate every night that summer just to steal my fate, and I screamed for whatever it's worth, I love you, ain't that the worst thing you ever heard?" Just this song and this book just go so well together. I couldn't help myself. The second to last book that I have is Love in Other Words, and the song that I chose for this is That's When. I'm sure everybody knows what Love in Other Words is about. It's been going around a lot this summer and just a lot on Book Talk and BookTube, Book Instagram, whatever in general. It is such a good read. I loved it. I really thought it was amazing, and the song That's When just fits so perfectly with this book. Specifically the lines, "When you said I did you wrong, made mistakes, and put you through all of this, then through the phone came all your tears, and I said leave those all in our past, and you said when can I come back?" Just if you read the book, you will understand that so well. Like, they just came back so good and just so well, and just like how it happened, and just Elliot in this book, I love him. One of the best book boyfriends ever. I freaking love him. So the last one that I'm gonna do is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. This is my favorite Colleen Hoover read ever. I love it. I pre-ordered It Starts With Us by her, so I'm gonna be getting it the day that it comes out, and I'm so excited. I chose the song My Tears Ricochet for this book. This book, everybody's like, oh my gosh, it's such a big like romance. To me, it did have a romance subplot, but it's mainly just about healing and hurt, and if you've read the book, you know what this is about, and it is a very beautiful book. But the reason I chose the song My Tears Ricochet is because of these lines: "Gather stones, never knowing what they'll mean, some to throw, some to make a diamond ring. You know I didn't want to have to haunt you, but what a ghostly scene. You wear the same jewels I gave you as you bury me. I didn't have it in myself to go with grace, cause when I fight you use it to tell me I was brave, and if I'm dead to you, why are you at the wake? Cursing my name, wishing I say, look at how my tears ricochet, and I can go anywhere I want, just not home." Just this entire song, I could literally keep on going and reading the lyrics, but like the entire song for this book, it just fits so well. It's so beautiful and it's so heartbreaking all at the same exact time. I just love this book. I think it's great, and if you really like that song and you want to feel a little bit of pain, go read this book. Oh my gosh, these are all the books, and I can't even like pick this up. But I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. I am recommending a lot of books, and if you have not started listening to Taylor Swift, go listen to her, because she has a new album coming out, I believe in October, and she deserves it. If you guys want me to do part 2, please let me know, because I will gladly do one, and I have so many other books that I could recommend. I just could not get to them all today because I've already been filming for like 30 minutes, and I just have too many books to talk about. But do let me know if you guys want a part 2. I really enjoyed filming this video, and I really hope that all of you like it. And if you have any other books to kind of recommend with Taylor Swift songs, let me know in the comments below if anything came to mind. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. I love you all, and peace out.